Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. Today, I decided to do a different video. I'm gonna record from my phone. Obviously, the voice is gonna be trash, so I apologize about that. But maybe I will do a voiceover, maybe for most of the video. But anyway, for the presentation, as you can see from the title of the video, somehow I gotta find a way to put all of that, a 360 mil with tumor thickness. I think it is like 46 millimeters or maybe even more, I don't remember. We have a 3090 there from Aorus, and obviously this is not all the things. I have some other things that needs to go, and as you see the case, well, basically it's a pretty small case, pretty normal case, let's call it this way. So basically it has a 240 there for the CPU and it barely hangs out. So yeah, it's going to be really challenging. I know that I can tuck the radiator in there, but obviously using only two fans. And of course with this GPU it's not possible because only the radiator is going to go up to here, so including the vents it's going to be around here. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But also the problem then is the tubes up there are going to interfere, of course, with the CPU rad, so basically that's a no-go. But also the other issue is basically the pump, because yeah, I don't have anywhere to put the pump, although this GPU is fairly short compared to the other one. It's like 5 centimeters shorter maybe. So yeah, I need to find a way on that. And before you go crazy, of course, on the comment section, of course, that or all of that is never going to go in there, but obviously I have a plan for that. So yeah, for the GPU basically I have two options. Either I can use a riser and this stand that I found on AliExpress that I can mount in here, because we see we have a 2-slot here, but then it's going to be a little bit fiddly with the fitting, so I don't know if that will clear the glass here. One of the tubes might go here or they might go from behind, so it's going to be a little bit tricky if I put the GPU vertically. So basically it's going to be much more beautiful because this GPU has also RGB in the front. It has in here also, and obviously on the logo, and basically all around, so it's going to be much better looking, of course. And the other options obviously is the normal one, put it in horizontally in the main slot there, and basically pass the tubes from here, one from here and one from down here. So basically remove these and pass the tubes and clamp it here. So one is going to go around about here, and the other one is going to go about here. Now for the rad, well, yeah, I think you have figured it out. So basically what I plan on doing, I don't know if I will, but if the video is gonna be up, then yeah, you guessed it. So basically the rad, I'm thinking we're gonna Frankenstein it up here. So yeah, I know it's sorry for the clickbait, but I guess it's we can call it as a good clickbait in this case, because it's definitely not going to go in there, but we can make it happen. Of course, we have with this radiator, it's a cheap radiator, it's not very expensive. I think I paid around 70 euros for this, or maybe around that area, I don't remember. Actually, it's been almost a year. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 ports. Obviously we have another port here which is mostly used for draining, not, I don't think, but if we want we can actually also use that, but in this case it's not gonna help. So basically what I'm thinking, of course, going around here and fiddling with the pump here to get the tubes, and then from here go down there to feed up the GPU from where I told you here, and then obviously go back in the pump, and then of course recirculate everything. So yeah, the radiator is gonna hang there, the tubes are gonna hang from the back, of course. But yeah, it's not very bad, of course. A Frankenstein thing, but it's doable. I mean, we can also do a wooden crate, we can also do something else, but of course we can also buy I think it was 175 euro case that I found, the cheapest one that could fit this radiator, but I'm not sure that it will fit this radiator, the pump, obviously all the tubes, and of course also the CPU RAD, of course, and the cooling. So even the 170 euro one, I don't think it's going to be certain. I have to try that. So yeah, there you have it. Basically, this is the plan. Again, sorry if you think that it is a clickbait, but yeah, I think I can make it happen. And again, I really want to get the GPU vertically with the riser, but this is a cheap riser. That's a cheap stand from AliExpress. This is from Amazon. So I fear that I might lose some performance with this one. I'm not 100% sure. I've seen some videos that say that it doesn't matter if it's Gen 3.0, 4.0, so it doesn't matter too much, but in some cases you lose some performance. Basically with lag, I fear mostly the lagging and stuttering and something like that more than sheer performance, because obviously a 3090 for me is going to be plenty enough. So yeah, there you have it. As I told you, the other part of the video maybe is going to be a voiceover, and of course I'm gonna do a time lapse, and hopefully I can make it happen. So basically, first I need to remove these two fans here, because I'm gonna to make this possible, I'm gonna have to move the CPU RAD to here, and then of course remove the GPU, and then yeah, try and figure out how we're gonna mount it. But yeah, stick out for the ride, and I hope you guys will enjoy this one. Okay guys, so basically after a lot of feeling around, unfortunately I couldn't find a way to mount the GPU vertically, because unfortunately this riser does not match anywhere to this freaking mount that I have. So yeah, it is really difficult to get it in there. Unfortunately, this one does not align with this line there, because there where this is the line where the GPU goes when obviously you mount it there. There is no other way to put it this way, because then it's gonna touch the glass, especially when we will obviously mount the tubes and the angles. So yeah, unfortunately, of course this is much easier, but I want it to be a little bit cooler looking, I guess. I don't know, obviously this is personal, but anyway, the only way I have is to use the riser above these magnetic things that move around, but then this side of the magnetic things touches and it supports the GPU, but the inside, unfortunately, since here it's a little bit too high, the feet of the GPU touch here, so basically this side of the riser it stays a little bit above, so it doesn't touch down. So I have to push the riser up in order to get it in, which means basically it's gonna stand only on this one here. And of course Here I don't have anywhere to mount it. I can use the original one that came with the case, but then I cannot fit the tubes here. I have to cut this. If I cut this, then this won't stay in place. So yeah, of course with cutting and everything I can manage to get it in, but yeah, I don't want to do that actually. So we're gonna go with the normal mount. Horizontal mount is going to be much easier. One tube is going to go here, the other tube is going to go here, then outside obviously above with the red and the reservoir and everything else. So yeah, basically that's that. Now I'm gonna clean the CPU red, turn out the fans, and then when that is going to be ready, then there is only one thing left. Obviously go with the loop stuff, and that is going to be it. Okay guys, and basically I think we are half done, at least with the building, because of course filling the system with water and bleeding it out, it's going to be a pain and a long process, but yeah, basically there you have it, as I said at the beginning. So the red is gonna be here. I decided that the fans will go on top, pushing of course air outside, or pulling from the inside going outside, and I decided to do this because I could put the fan under here so they could not be seen. But I decided to protect the red because if something falls here, then these are pretty fragile, so I don't want to risk this. Better risk the fan than risk the radiator. So that's why I decided this way. Put them down because there is space here, like almost half a centimeter, so it's not a problem for the cables to come down. And that's here, and then here I'm gonna find a way to tuck them inside there maybe, or here on the side of the case, so, or maybe down here, I don't know, we'll see. If I cannot find another solution, then obviously this is going to be around here and here, or maybe around here and going down there. And obviously I have extension to hook them to the motherboard then. So yeah, of course, and then the pump is gonna go somewhere there, and now let me focus that, and now the outlet is gonna go here, and then from here is gonna go to the GPU, and then from the GPU is gonna come back, and then from the GPU is gonna come back down here and go back into the pump. So basically this is, no, I think yeah, if we go here, yeah, from the pump and reservoir to the red, then it will circulate, go back, okay, come here, then from here go to the GPU, in, then outside here to the pump again, and so we're gonna recirculate. This is going to be the recirculation of the water. So yeah, basically that's the plan. Now I'm gonna speed this up. Unfortunately the angle of the camera is going to be a little bit weird. I know it's not ideal, but I'm gonna try to show you as much as I can. So yeah, catch you I guess after I finish with the loop. Okay guys, and I am finished with the tubing after obviously a little bit of planning, but it didn't take me long, I think around 20 minutes to figure that out, so it was not very difficult. So as I mentioned at the beginning, water is gonna come out from the pump, go to the red, circulate around, then come back here, and then go to the GPU, to the GPU, circulate around, then come back out, come back up. Oh, a little bit of a kink here, not too much though. Goes back into the pump again and recirculates. So basically this is the route how it's gonna go. Of course CPU red, pulling fresh air in, and exhaust with the three fans from the 3060 red or the GPU, and obviously the 12mm fan from the case. So basically that's it. Now it remains only to fill it up and then start it for the first time, and we'll see how it will go. Oh, okay guys, it is going. I don't know if the freaking camera recorded it, but I had a little incident. Basically, I had forgotten to put this screw on, so obviously when I poured the water, it immediately went down. Fortunately, didn't touch anything. A little bit of water there down on the PSU, but not a problem. I'm not gonna fire up the PC until tomorrow. I'm gonna leave it bleed the air, and obviously I'm gonna have to move it around a little bit to clear the air. And I have flushed the system before installing it, obviously the rad tubes and GPUs with soapy water, and I have obviously rinsed it with water and then at the end with distilled water. But apparently it has still a little bit of foam in there, or let's say dish soap, but it's not a problem. For now it's looking good. I put some towels just for good measure, and now becomes the tedious part, getting the air out, because yeah, it's going to be a little bit difficult to move it around to get the air out, but it's doable, of course. As anyone does it, I think I will pull it off too. Also, if you see the water, it's just sorry, let me try for you. It's just soapy. It's not obviously, and it has air bubbles, of course. So it's not that it's white. But anyway, I'm gonna bleed the air out, and then I'm gonna keep on pulling out water, and then put it in back fresh water again until I don't see any trace of foam. As you see here, let me try to focus. Okay, but basically it's just dish water. I've seen obviously some videos on the internet, or articles, let's say, on the internet. It's not a problem even if you leave it with dish soap. It's not a big deal. Nonetheless, it's gonna clean the tubes and everything, if there is something to clean, of course. So yeah, I guess we are ready now. I'm gonna leave it here, of course, for the night. Try and bleed out as much air as possible, because that GPU, that traps a lot of air. Actually, it's really hard to bleed out the air. I have done it a couple of times until now, and it's really hard to get the air out of that GPU. So I had the GPU out of the system when I have bled it, and it was a little bit easier. But here with the PC, I have to move around all the PC. Of course, I can close up the reservoir there, and I can turn it around, no problem. I just have to make sure not to tilt it too much, so the air will go into the pump. But yeah, it's doable. Nonetheless, that it is for now, and yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys on the last step, basically, when I fire it up, and hopefully I will have the RGB extender also, so we will have the lights on the pump, but yeah, I don't think that will come that fast. Okay, that was it. We'll catch you guys later then, when we will fire the PC up for the first time. And yeah, wish me luck, because who never knows. It was a working system, of course, as I pulled it out this morning, and who knows, hopefully everything will go fine. Okay guys, here we are after over 6 hours now. Yeah, I said that I wanted to leave this overnight, but I'm a little bit impatient. Everything has gone smooth, no leaks whatsoever, no bubbles anymore either. I have changed the water over and over again, got water out and put in new water. Obviously it's distilled water only, nothing else. I'm gonna add a little bit of additive later. Everything is going fine. I don't see anything that might scare me off. I also butchered the cable, the RGB cable that I put in a cable that I had, but it was another type of RGB cable, so I cut the wires and just connected them with tape, so hopefully that will go smooth. And there's obviously the GPU, and dang, I couldn't notice that this pump is really quiet. If you hear something else, it's from that freaking cheap PSU down there. So I'm gonna get the camera as close as I can to the water pump and see if you guys can hear anything. I barely hear anything. You have to go really close to hear it. I'm dang impressed with that, and obviously it moves a lot of water. Of course, I try to get as much air as possible out. I came here from time to time and move the PC around to get the bubbles out, so I don't see any bubbles, but nonetheless it is a huge actually loop for one single GPU. So even if it has let's say air pockets, it's not going to be a problem. So now let me hook it up and fire it up for the first time. Okay then, power hooked up, everything seems good. I made sure that the connection are good, so I ran through the connection and everything seems fine. So yeah, wish me luck. Theoretically, obviously everything should be fine, but who knows. Anyway, let's see. 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go. Come on. Okay, lights up. Oh, okay, the RGB pump is working also, so I have connected the wires as they should apparently. I mean, it's not a huge deal. I'm not a fan of RGB, but nonetheless. Okay, this is the Aorus. Let's see if we can take a look at under and see if we can catch some bubbles maybe that haven't gone through. No, seems clean. Yeah, there are some, so hopefully they will go away. They are not very big. I don't know if you can see them right in the middle of the screen. See how they move? Usually they trap on the left side, not there. This is the first, but they are small, so I think they will go away with time. So yeah, everything seems fine. Those are that is spinning. Those are spinning either. The CPU fan. Those also. Everything seems fine. Ooh, they are pulling. Ooh, they're pulling enough air. And to tell you the truth, I was thinking it would be more noisy, but actually it is not. So I'm gonna shut up for a little bit, so maybe we'll see if you can hear anything. I know that the phone does not pick up very good the sound, but yeah, nonetheless everything it's going. Hopefully it will post, because I don't have it hooked up. So yeah, once more guys, the last step, of course. Let me put it where it needs to go, and hopefully we will have a post and we'll show the final step there. So catch you guys in a second. Okay guys, final step. Sorry that it took a little bit too long. It was a little bit janky, the video and the PC of course. So yeah, moment of truth. Fingers crossed it will post. Come on. I think we have it. Come on. One screen up. Oh, okay. Okay. Mouse and keyboard. Come on. I mean, since it will post, I think it will be okay, because it only has to recognize the GPU. Everything else will be the same basically. Whew. Okay, sorry. Yeah, about Dolby Access. Okay, we don't need that. So yeah, there you have it. I have to say that it's a little bit noisy in here though, because the room is a little bit smaller though. or maybe it resonates something. But of course I'm gonna change the settings for the fans, because right now they are running, I think, at full blast. I haven't tuned them. So yeah, we'll put the cover also now, because I used to keep it open. Now I can finally close it, because we don't need fresh air. And yeah, again, sorry for the bad audio, sorry for the janky video. Of course, we have a Frankenstein PC, but it's working. If you want to see results, if you want to see temperatures in the future, definitely subscribe. Let me know in the comment what you want me to test out of this PC that I have Frankensteinly modified. Let's call it this way. But yeah, this is what I have, and I think it's janky, but it's an original video, I would say. So I brought you guys my full experience, my honest experience, what I've gone through, and shared it with you. So I think at least it's original. It's janky, but it's original. So if you want to help, definitely subscribe, leave a comment, leave a suggestion. You can share the channel, that would be great. So yeah, catch you guys on the next one. Bye bye.